everyone, and welcome back to Disqualified. First of all, I just want to say Happy Thanksgiving to those of you in America who celebrate it. We are going to be talking about Survivor Series. Let's just get this right off of the bat. The first two matches we got completely wrong.
0-2 the first two matches.
Zach, you don't count because you do not participate on camera.
I mean, he doesn't have to be on camera.
But the other three matches...
Yeah, I think this was a very, very good card.
Yup.
The ending of the card, like the very, very end, as they're walking out, left something to be desired.
Yeah, me and Caleb were like, something's happening. But nope, just very slow panning.
Yeah.
Something did happen. You want to know what happened?
Nothing.
No, I can tell you exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Roman gave thanks. I think that's closure enough. Did you not see how he hugged Jimmy?
Mm-hmm.
I think, he only hugged him. And he shook everyone else's hands, but I think hugging the guy who brought everyone back together is a good way to close it.
But, without further ado, let us get into the card. Starting with the Women's War Games match. Team Liv, consisting of Liv Morgan, your Women's World Champion. Raquel Rodriguez, your bodyguard. Nia Jax, the WWE Women's Champion. Tiffany Stratton, Miss Money in the Bank. And Candice LeRae, your WWE Women's Speed Champion. Versus Team Rhea Ripley, consisting of one half of your WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Bayley, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley.
Yep.
One thing I just have to say, I kept forgetting that Io was on the face team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm the only one.
Because she's been
such a heel, you know. Like, when did she turn good?
Yeah.
When did Damage Control turn good?
I will comment though before we get to the official match, the gear and outfits everyone wore for this match.
Naomi was the best, I thought.
Rhea's mask was amazing.
Everything was great. Like, everyone definitely had
I kept
a show
thinking
out
she
with
was a
their costumes.
tiefling.
Yeah.
I mean, no, you're not wrong. Them horns were doing something.
If you know Baldur's Gate 3, biblically accurate Karlach.
Biblically accurate Karlach.
Yes, and this match was also spectacular as well. Like, the action was non-stop, but something that surprised us is that, I mean, we weren't shocked that Bayley opened for the face side, but what did shock us was Nia opening for the heel side.
Yeah, I figured that they'd put Candice in there first.
Yeah.
I knew they were going to start big, mainly because they needed to play smart, because the enemy team have some really heavy hitters, and Nia Jackson is stronger than anyone who is probably going to start out, so they're going to have a great advantage with Nia doing it. And we saw what transpired when the first bell was rung, and well, it didn't ring, but the bout started. She was messing up someone.
Yeah, she was definitely just manhandling Bayley.
Yeah, no, for sure. Bayley
did take her
knocked out, basically.
leather sleeve off and start whipping Nia with it.
That was a pretty cool spot. Very unique way of introducing a weapon.
Yeah, and then Nia just ate her alive.
We get Naomi entering.
Yup.
Which only helped, the heels more.
Yeah.
Quite literally, because that's two heavy hitters coming out.
I think with Naomi, a lot of the time was spent just getting the plunder.
Getting stuff from under the ring, yeah.
Yeah, because you pointed out after she finally got everything in, you were like, it's been 2 minutes already? He's like, damn.
Yeah, no, it was insane how long some people took to gather weapons, but weapons are a huge part of the War Games match. Like, a lot of cool spots using the kendo sticks, using the tables, and Later on, the signature trash can.
Yeah, and then we get our next entrant, and it looks like it's going to be Tiffany Stratton.
Yep.
And Candice LeRae cuts the line.
Yup.
She comes in, she starts helping Nia Jax. She also taunts Tiffany Stratton, kind of, saying it's my time and going like that.
Yeah, I do like this angle of, both Tiffany and Candice trying to get on the best side of Nia, because Tiffy has been at it longer, but Candice has more to show for being a helping hand, and also, as we're also going to see later, Tiffy having the briefcase has thrown a lot of wrenches in her trying to be a helping hand.
Yeah, and then we get Bianca Belair coming in for the faces.
Yup. And Bianca just does Bianca things of whip people around.
You know how you say that Raquel is like the big back mommy? I think that's Bianca. You look at her back, huge muscles.
I hope that got picked up.
I think it did. I think it did.
But the reason why I call Raquel that is because that was her gimmick.
Yeah.
That is literally what her gimmick was, and that's all I know.
Literally part of her entrance was turning to show her back muscles to the audience.
Yeah, it did.
I think
did.
out of
Big as hell.
out of the 4 muscular women, super muscular, on the main roster, I think she has the least muscular back. I think Rhea's is more muscular.
Who has the least one?
Raquel.
Oh, out of the big girls.
Mm-hmm. I
Dude,
it's
her back is flat. And who says she got a big back?
But also, we are not body shaming.
No, yeah.
Well, no, we're admiring and comparing bodies. But I just want to know who gave Raquel the title of the biggest back.
Her
Triple
gimmick.
H.
Executives.
Damn you, Triple.
Yeah.
It's like every time. I'm saying, damn you, Triple.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your decisions? I have a lot of problems with them tonight.
Yeah, but basically we got the 3 SmackDown faces versus 2 of the SmackDown heels. But later on it turns into a 3v3 SmackDown as the timer runs out and Tiffy enters the ring. We do want to acknowledge, though, however, she did not enter with the briefcase. So she doesn't have that on her, but she picks up a few weapons, chucks those in.
Brings in a trash can,
Yep.
notably.
Yup, brings in a trash can, notably. Notably one with a lid.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's true that. No. She didn't want nothing.
And then we get some Tiffany highlight spots.
Some Tiffy
and
time,
then
we all love Tiffy time.
Io Sky enters.
My favorite.
And goes around the cage, interestingly enough.
Yup.
And pulls out a fucking purple and yellow trash can.
She got a custom designed trash can.
Every pay-per-view.
Which she hooked onto herself and then proceeded to climb the cage to enter.
Yup.
Said, fuck a door. And basically put the trash can on top of the cage for right now. Preparing her attack.
Yep. She does some high flying stuff, and she also has a little one-on-one bout with Tiffany Stratton. And I commented due to how athletic, how flippy and high fly these two are. I'm like, I want to see these two have a 1v1 bout.
Mm-hmm. And then here comes the bodyguard herself, Raquel Rodriguez.
Yep.
Coming in, doing some big power spots. Right away, though, she started looking for a weapon and didn't even grab one. Just went into the ring after a minute.
So, sorry, she did slide out a table, then the audience she cheered, and remembering that she's a heel, she's like, no, you don't get what you want.
And then proceeded to look for another one and then went into the ring.
Yeah.
After grabbing nothing. So
She grabbed something.
the table, but then dropped it.
The audience's attention.
Fair.
Okay.
That's pretty good, huh?
I guess, yeah, you do got a point.
Philosophical Gordon.
But then we get Rhea Ripley entering.
Ah, dude.
And Rhea cleared house.
Yeah.
Quite literally changed the tide.
She opened it up by grabbing the table Raquel left. Raquel tries to stop it from getting in there, and Rhea apparently knows more physics than Raquel because she just went.
Rhea was a perfect anchor, like Incineroar is for me in Squad Strike.
Well,
yeah, but
we
Rhea,
know someone who would destroy that.
but Rhea did current reign Rhea Ripley things of just tear house. She just went headbutting, went kicking, and even did some rope work, and she just could not be stopped until the buzzer rings and it's Liv's turn.
And she looks terrified.
Yeah, the whole time I was like, no, run it. Come on, run up.
Then she goes to
turns
the back.
around. I'm like, no, the other way,
She goes to the back. It looks like Rhea finally got to her head, but she comes back with a bat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And then she taunts. She
She
good
taunts
old
a
Rhea.
lot.
Yep.
And then she gets into the ring, and finally, the War Games have begun.
Yup. And Liv and Rhea have a little scuffle with Liv having some advantage thanks to the bat. The rest of the squad comes in. There's a lot of cool spots. We get a double moonsault shot with Tiffany from one side and Io in a trash can from the other. Seriously, I pray that Io is in every women's War Games match because she just is a walking, talking highlight reel.
Mm-hmm. And then we get a bunch of other high spots. The ending high spot was a avalanche riptide through a table to Liv Morgan. 1, 2, 3, and we start off 0, 0, and 0.
Yep. One thing that did help the faces regain some momentum, though, is that we mentioned that lidded trash can that Tiffy brought earlier. She uncovers it, rummages through it a little bit, picking out some trash, and lo and behold, her briefcase was in the trash can. And she's looking at, as both world champs are down, which one do I want to pin?
Which championship is going to be her Tiffy title?
Liv.
But Raquel, being the good bodyguard and seeing that Tiffy has the briefcase, is like, what are you doing with that? Like, we're still in the middle of a match, and that gives plentiful of time for Io to go all Chaos Goblin mode with the fire extinguisher.
And, bless you. Bless you. And, like a good rogue, Rhea Ripley passes a sleight of hand check, nat 20, and handcuffs Raquel Rodriguez to the top rope.
Yep. The prop work in this match was insane.
The fact that they used the fire extinguisher to just like clear all that, like make all the smoke.
Yeah.
That was,
like literally
the
what
visual appeal to it was awesome.
Like when they panned to Raquel being handcuffed, I was like, what in the Houdini?
Yeah,
you see just Rhea just smiling.
Yeah, because it came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
True that.
But I was saying going into this match, if Rhea wins, I'm not upset.
Mm-hmm.
But it's unfortunately not who I predicted.
Yeah.
And it's so bad that they won 3 years in a row. 2 champions on one team.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, Rhea getting the pin on Liv is good story-wise, but there's a little wrench in Io technically has a shot first. And we were bringing up, does this confirm that Io's losing? Or, because we discussed it a little bit during the, like, ad reel stuff of, like, can Io win against Liv, story-wise, or...
I think so unless Judgment Day gets involved, or, no, more importantly, Dirty Dom gets involved. But I haven't heard anything about him for like a week or something like that, so...
If because I kind of want to see Liv have one more rivalry
Mm-hmm.
outside of Rhea,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want her. But I don't want Io to lose her shot
Yeah.
because it feels like Io deserves to be a world champion again.
Well, maybe this could turn into an EO rivalry.
I mean, Rhea and
sorry.
Io were hugging each other, being the bestest of friends on the sidelines on top of the cage. It's we also commented when they were getting the top of the cage shot. We commented Io and Rhea would be a fun tag team to watch, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're too over
Single
solo
stars,
acts.
yeah.
Single stars, yeah.
But with that being said, I'm giving this match an A.
Yeah. So I'll give it an A plus. The ending spot was the ending spot was cool, but all the different story layers and how hodgepodge both teams were, as we discussed, kind of makes it low, kind of drops it from S. Because don't get me wrong, a lot amazing prop work, amazing physical spots, but it was just how hodgepodge this was drops it from S. But definitely S tier level work from both sides.
And where do you? Oh,
I'm very tempted to put it B.
B.
But it is a very good performance on everyone's end, so it's an A. I mean,
Okay.
it'd be disrespectful not to put it as an A. It was a great performance.
Yeah.
One thing I kind of do want to start doing is maybe if you guys want to or not, MVP of the match.
I'll give MVP to Io.
It would have to go to Rhea, unfortunately. I mean,
I think I'm going to give it to Io. Io set up a lot of things that helped her team.
Yeah.
The fire extinguisher spot to get Raquel handcuffed.
The moonsault.
The moonsault, the jumping off the cage with the trash can.
all I can say is those are typical things Io would do.
Mm-hmm.
And these people would not be winning the match unless Rhea came out at the end and literally anchored the whole thing. She soloed the whole squad by herself.
Yeah.
All right, and then one last question before we move on. Where do we see people going from here? Do you think someone on Team Rhea attacked Jade Cargill?
Plot twist, it was Naomi.
That's what I'm thinking, actually, legitimately.
Some people are reading into on Raw the other night during the Advantage match when Bianca was coming out. She mouthed the words, "I never needed you at all," into the camera during her entrance. So some people are reading into that saying, was it Bianca that took Jade out before the match, went out to the match, and then acted like nothing happened? I don't really believe that.
No, why would you sacrifice a shot at another title to
I think
take out your partner?
I think it's either Naomi or Bailey.
I think it's Naomi too.
But that is it for this match.
Yep.
Moving on to our next match,
For the U.S. title.
LA Knight, your United States champion, versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
The most surprising match of the night by far.
This one had a surprising ending. I feel like for a lot of people had their chips in on LA Knight.
Especially us.
So let's just get it out the way right now. Darth Shinsuke wins.
Darth Shinsuke. Yeah.
I do like this character change, though. I like this new gear. He's got rid of the bodysuit. I do like the Ronin being a dark omen aspect of his character, because I mentioned this before. We saw a hint of being sort of an anime antagonist, sort of powerhouse character in his rivalry with Cody and Seth back when he was on Raw, but seemed like it'd be more fleshed out and actually look good with just opening with this thing with LA and now being a title holder as well, straight out of the gate. It's gonna add a lot.
So the rebrand is a success.
A lot of people were also asking for a U.S. title circuit shakeup, and what better way to shake up than with a new champ?
Yeah, I think this is perfect. I think LA Knight can go directly into the world title picture. He is now a very likely candidate to win the Rumble, I dare say. Opening bets, though, right now are still Cena for winning the Rumble. So, but
yeah, we'll get to the Rumble when we get there, because I don't know.
Yeah, we
the
still
highlight of the match for me was Shinsuke doing a reverse DDT onto the grating, separating the
because we were
rings.
we were discussing with Gordon about it, about like how the two ring thing works, like rule regulations wise, and it's like they don't usually use like it being two connected rings aspects outside of the War Games match, but nope, Shinsuke took full advantage of it.
Yeah, they took advantage of it in NXT. It was in NXT. But they don't really do it on the main roster, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, we did not see the Mist come into play, and I thought that was...
No, Shinsuke won clean.
But I said going into this, I had cold feet because of what happened last night on SmackDown with Shinsuke misting LA Knight.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, I kind of think he's winning now.
Yeah.
But
his mist also got a new color as well.
Yep. But, gentlemen, what do we rate this match?
I'll give it a B.
B plus. It's like the action was there, like Shinsuke and LA were pulling out a lot, but it's like being the match right after one of the War Games matches definitely like plays a factor on like the not only the hype level but the energy carrying level as well.
I think I'm gonna go with a B.
We're fairly similar.
Yeah, it was an alright match. I feel like if it wasn't for that reverse DDT spot, it would have been a match that we would have seen on TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, congrats to the new champ, Shinsuke Nakamura. Can't wait to see what that's going to be like.
Yep.
And now we move on to the other mid-card title for the men, the Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat match.
With your champion Braun Breaker and the two challengers of Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser.
And
this match was insane though.
I'm going to say yes.
Here comes Trevin's first point.
Oh, yeah. Because this is the one he got right.
Yep.
But what I will say is my match of the night.
Yeah.
This was real good.
I think this was the perfect
Middle of the card.
Middle of the card match, and kind of embodied more of the War Games aesthetic. Kind of. These are the kind of matches I want to see on this card.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have this same energy throughout every match.
Mm-hmm.
These guys went at it. Ludwig broke a part of the shillelagh on Sheamus.
Yeah.
It screws Sheamus so much.
Sheamus hit a total of 21 fist pounds from the audience.
I know, and as a fan of watching Sheamus, like when I was like maybe 10 years old, dude, seeing those chops, because I haven't really seen him wrestle that much, because when he's on, I'm usually editing. But I've seen those chops, dude. Yeah. I was like, nostalgia.
Yeah, I feel like he got screwed. But
Always.
I can agree with them not doing it because they just switched up SmackDown's mid-card scene.
Well, not only that, this is Braun's
second reign.
His third
second
defense.
second defense.
Oh, it's his second defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I don't know, it would really look bad for him. And he did lose.
So Or no, is it not his? No, Ludwig and him was just a single.
Yeah, it was
match.
just a grudge match for interrupting his Sheamus match.
Yeah, but
And then Sheamus came out, which caused the triple. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, but that was this match. We'll move on to the next match.
What are we grading it?
Oh yeah,
This will be an S tier match for me.
A plus.
Not as good as the CM Punk Drew McIntyre match, but you're right, actually. A plus.
A
They
plus.
screwed Sheamus. If Sheamus would have won, it would have got an S for Sheamus. Like Sesame Street in this bitch.
Legitimately, there were so many spots where I thought it could be any of the three men's game. Like the Sheamus pin where Ludwig pulled the ref out. Ludwig got a couple convincing pins that ended in kickouts. It's funny. One of y'all thought, I think it was Gordon at one spot where you were like, that's it. And I was like, no. There's one thing you need to learn about Braun Breaker matches.
The
Yeah.
nipples need to come out.
The nips must come out.
Yup.
So
Did they come out?
yes,
They did.
Okay, I don't remember the
And
nips, 'cause I
then-
don't care about the nips.
And then Braun Breaker hit a spear by jumping over Sheamus onto Ludwig Kaiser.
Yep. And then Sheamus stood up and he got another spear on Sheamus to take him out. 1, 2, 3. Retains. A plus, yeah. Yeah.
And then we move on to our World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther, your champion, versus Damian Priest.
Yup. This match was also real good, I will not lie.
It was real good. Ending legitimately ruined it and took the wind out of the sails.
This was the weakest match of the card.
So just jumping to the ending, Gunther and Damian were fighting,
Yeah, they were basically going 50-50 at it.
and Damian rolls out the ring.
Yeah.
Or they're fighting outside the ring. Gunther runs back in.
So Gunther was trying to go for a superplex. Damian pushes him off him, but the momentum has him go over as well.
Oh yeah, and then he's sitting there. He's like, "Just give me a second. Just give me a second."
Yep.
And then the ref goes in to attend to Gunther, and then out of fucking nowhere, that little fucking leprechaun, Finn Balor, runs up, coup de grace onto fucking Damian Priest.
Yep.
I thought we were over this.
Nope.
I'm having the same energy for Rhea and Liv. After this, I hope they split and they go do different things. I am tired of Finn and Damian having matches. I thought we were done.
They only had one, and Damian wanted that but got thrown into the tag tournament instead.
Yeah, but so this was a very good match.
Yes.
But like I said, the ending killed it.
Damian looked strong, looked like the favorite going in, but then he tweaked one of his shoulders a little bit. Gunther caught a glimpse of it, and he was like, a weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Gunther was definitely playing super dirty, which was super good to see because, he had the edge if he's playing dirty.
Yeah.
Damian's arm, it was like his shoulder or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he definitely aimed for that quite a bit.
Yeah, that's the thing is that Gunther tells all his opponents if you come in with an injury, with anything not at 100%, I am going to target that thing.
Well, he even went as far as to interrupt the checkup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which, damn, that's cold, son.
Mm-hmm. But what are we rating this match, fellas?
It's a B,
To B?
the weakest
Trevor?
fight of the
B.
match.
Yeah, B.
It was. I mean, it wasn't weak per se. It was just weak compared to everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you mentioned, how it ended sort of deflated some of the efforts. These two men held no bars during the match. They were trying everything that was in their bag. Gunther went for 5 different types of submission holds, tried so many times to get a power bomb. And same with Damian. Damian pulled out submissions. He went he tried to attempt a south of heaven like 5 times, and just the shoulder tweaked out a couple times until he could finally hit it. It was like,
We did bring up Gunther beating on Mr.
No.
Finn, right?
yeah,
He did kick Finn.
Yeah,
because he
Gunther-
didn't want his help.
yeah. Gunther caught a glimpse of Finn on the sidelines, big booted the crap out of his face.
Which showed some sportsmanship,
Yeah,
but he's still an ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we move on.
to our main event.
The men's War Games match. The new bloodline consisting of Bronson Reed, Jacob Fatu, the Tongans, and Solo Sikoa, your tribal chief.
Versus
The OG bloodline consisting of Sami Zayn, the Usos, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. Notably, Jay gets the final entrance of the match.
Yup. And to also correct us, because they did establish this at the ending of the match. This match, unlike what I thought was not for the Ulafala, was just a declaration of war, basically.
Yeah.
Wait, does the person who enter last, that's usually mean because they're gonna be in the cage, right? Or is that no?
Or in the ring. There's not necessarily a correlation, Ty. I think it
It
could have
was
been.
different for this match. For
Yeah.
the women's, they had both teams stand outside,
Mhm.
Oh,
and then they entered.
Yeah. But since Jay is the type to enter from the audience now, I think that was a factor on why he got the last entrance. But
They also wanted the spot with Punk pushing Bronson Reed's face,
yeah.
and causing basically them to just go crazy.
Yep.
Tama Tonga enters first for the new bloodline, and we see him crawling alongside the cage.
like a spider
Yeah.
monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
It's
He-
like the spider monkey from a Ben 10.
As Michael Cole said, he's a few fries short of a Happy Meal.
Yeah, and then Jay enters first for the OG bloodline, and then we get started. And then after a pretty solid opening,
Yep. Jay,
the first
looking
couple
dominant.
minutes was just them staring each other down and
Yep.
peacocking.
Yep. Jay.
I thought they peacocked way too long.
Mm-hmm.
Jay.
Could have been
Jay
just a good
shows he has a bit more of the striking prowess in the 1v1, but then the new bloodline's second man enters, and a couple of us thought they're gonna put the tag team in, they're gonna get the other Tongan in. Nope. Solo taps Big Bronson Reed to head in there, and we're like, oh F.
Yeah, they mean business. So Big Bronson Reed comes in, and they basically just dominate Jay Uso.
In the words of Jey Uso, after he sees Bronson coming at him, he says, oh,
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was like, oh shit!
yeah.
Yeah.
Gets ass beat.
And then for the OG bloodline, the next person to enter is Jimmy Uso.
Yep.
Good old Jimothy. He
Yup.
comes down to the ring, helping out his brother. He is moving way different than he was at Mania.
Yup. That man was moving.
That man was hooping.
Yup.
So we get a few tag team moves. I think we get a double splash at this point in the match.
Yup.
And then we get Jacob Fatu.
Yup.
Because
Yeah.
Solo holds off the other Tongan. He holds off Tongaloa. Jacob Fatu comes in, stares down Punk and Roman and Sammy. Enters the ring and starts just whooping ass.
Yeah, typical of Jacob Fatu, always just being just the most aggressive competitor in the ring.
Yup.
And just demolishing anyone who just comes upon him.
Yup.
Quite frightening.
And then Roman, taking a play out of Solo's book, holds off Punk from entering.
Yup.
And Sami Zayn enters the match.
The The good old three Usos.
And that man is hooping.
You know, honestly, Sami Zayn did turn the tides really quick.
Yeah.
He was messing up Fall too.
We got to see what those stem cells did.
Also, this man is one of the best sellers in WWE right now.
Yes.
The way this man is just flopping around the cage like a...
Getting folded like an omelet.
Yeah.
He's not the type to go, oh, my body. He's just the type to go,
He's the type to have the ragdoll physics that go wrong in Fallout 4.
From Skate 3.
Or
He's doing the torpedo.
in fucking Helldivers 2, those ragdoll physics.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually. That's a good comparison.
But then we get Tonga Loa finally entering the fray. He comes in, he's Tonga Loa.
Yeah.
And then we get CM Punk cutting right in front of Roman Reigns.
Yep.
And Roman stare just like, this motherfucker. He just cut me off.
Yep.
Punk goes in, and all of the Bloodline members in the ring are just staring at him.
They like, what you gonna do?
And he looks at Roman, and he looks at them, takes a step off the stairs, grabs a fucking toolbox.
Yep. And we all know the last time he used a toolbox, what happened. We have still yet to see Drew McIntyre.
And he
They did bring that up, yeah.
In 1v4s the new Bloodline with the toolbox.
Yep. Gets a couple more spots in, has a little scuffle with Jacob Fatu, and we see the first of the no-sells from Jacob Fatu after he gets basically bulldogged into the toolbox.
Yeah, he jumps up, kicks it out the way, and does his little boogeyman shake. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. And at this moment, Punk sees like, oh, you a different breed.
He says, oh, I have fucked up.
Yeah.
And then they start jumping Punk shit.
Yep.
And then we get Solo Sikoa.
Mm-hmm.
He comes in, and they just start taking apart the OG Bloodline team.
Yep. Like, Solo's just shouting commands.
He's like, get his ass.
Like, yeah, like, the new Bloodline was doing so decent that when the door opened for Solo, they were just able to stand there and put the ones up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how dominant they were being. And then Solo finally enters. He gets a couple spots, but it's like, you know what? Get him. You get him. Moonsault him.
And
he was coordinated.
He cleverly grabs the chain and locks it from the inside.
Yup.
So now Roman cannot enter through the door.
Which I think was dumb. We've seen 3 people already enter through over the top of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the symbolism is cool.
Yeah.
But I'm like, just let his ass in at
I
this
thought
point.
he was going to pull a Mark Henry back in the day.
Yeah, just break the chain.
No, we were joking like, oh, he needs a beast out there. I'm like, he needs Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did
Yeah,
not.
but then finally Roman enters. He slowly walks up, planning like, how the frick am I going to enter? He checks on the chain, being like, this ain't breaking. None of the refs have the key for the lock Solo used. So he's like, screw it.
Yeah, he starts climbing, and then he starts 1v5ing everyone, knocking them down. He finally gets into the ring, and the War Games still have not begun.
It did take a while to start.
They still can't get a referee into the damn ring.
Yep.
So they just continue to pretty much, they just get each other up. They rally the troops on both sides.
Yep.
They couldn't get the ref.
Yep, then they eventually finally are able to clip off the lock. The ref enters.
But before that, Punk and Roman are not seeing eye to eye. Roman helps everyone up, but CM Punk. And then we have Paul Heyman saying, you are the best in the world. You are my tribal chief. You need to unite and work together.
And then...
Bold calling someone else best in the world in front of your tribal chief.
Mm-hmm.
But they finally look at each other, give a little like stare down, a little nod of like, yeah, he's right. These idiots gotta die.
The ref finally enters, and officially the War Games have begun.
And
The match goes on for another 15 minutes.
Yep. We get a little 5v5 stare down, and then they just run up to each other and go at it.
It's
Armageddon style.
This is a timely reference because this just happened today. It's like the Ohio State Michigan brawl that just happened today during the football game.
Yeah, those guys have been doing that to each other for years.
Yeah, it's just like that. It was just an all-out brawl.
Yep.
Bodies going everywhere. Highlights of the brawl include Bronson Reed going up to the top of the cage, trying to do a tsunami.
Which props to him, because holy shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That has to hurt.
Like, me and Caleb stood up after that spot and we're just like, that's a dead soldier.
Yeah.
I thought y'all were saluting because CM Punk, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we also did that. Or no, we did that for Bronson.
Yeah.
But CM Punk saves him. Bronson splats to the table on his own. Then they set up kind of a similar spot because somewhere down the line, Jacob went for a moonsault and kind of tweaked his thigh, it looks like.
He was, he was
anywhere
grasping
like
his,
here. It was like the upper portion.
He was grasping his right thigh because he biffed a moonsault and both his legs just splatted onto the canvas.
Yeah, so prayers up to him. I hope he's okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was because he slapped his knees together. I mean,
Yeah, and then they set him up for they deliver a 1D, the Usos. Then they set him up for a Uso splash by Jimmy. And then Jimmy says, you know what? It didn't work the first time it happened in this match.
Well, let's try it anyway. Yep. So he goes to set up a top of the cage, but before he even starts climbing, when he was still like considering it, the new Bloodline's trying to stop the spot. But we get to see a spear from Jay, and then for what I feel like is the first time in a long time, a blue thunder bomb from Sammy.
Yep. And then Jay finally does the Uso splash. Jimmy, sorry. Jimmy finally does the Uso splash.
Give him shit! No, give him shit!
No,
talk your shit, Trevor!
Trevor did the same thing earlier.
No,
in the show
talk your shit, Trevor! No, he did it
when the
wrong.
entrants were happening while we were watching it, I was like, oh, sup, Jimmy? Jimmy's entering last. And I was like, no, wait, sorry, Jay.
No, Trevor, you better talk your shit right now. Get it out.
No,
3 seconds.
I'm not that kind of guy.
All right, but moving on. So, Jimmy does the splash.
Yep.
Jay and Sammy help him up.
Yep.
They take him to the other ring.
Yep. All the members of the new Bloodline are down except a very energy depleted Solo.
Yep, and then they surround him like a pack
His
of
spirit
dogs.
never dies.
Yep. And Roman gives him a chance to be like trying to go, like offering a hug, being like, you can concede, just acknowledge me.
I don't think it was a hug. I think he was telling him to kneel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, it looked like surrender.
Acknowledge me.
Yeah.
Bend the
He did
knee.
say acknowledge me, and Solo was like, nah. Went for a spike, but Jimmy.
Jay got the first super kick.
Talk your shit! Talk your shit!
Shut up!
I swear it was Jimmy, because
No.
it was the one with the shirt still on, I thought.
No. Red Pants kicked him. So it was Jay first, then both of the Usos, then a haluva kick, then a go to sleep, then a spear. One, two, three.
5-piece wombo combo.
That man.
Put the soda, put the fries in the bag.
That man
Solo.
got Tekken combo.
Oh shit!
But, so, this match was amazing.
Yes.
I think it was second or third match of the night for me.
Yes.
I will rate this an A.
I'll give it an A.
A+. I'll give it the same rating I gave the Triple Threat.
But with that being said, that was my only point of the night. Gordon did not get this point, so
We're losers together.
we will be going
Into a joint punishment.
for this one, but
The crown jewel.
going
one-
before that, I have to do a solo punishment.
Yep. And I retain with 3 correct predictions.
I have a new strategy for predictions next time. But
I
the
will
next
win.
time we will make predictions will be for the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Because Saturday night's
Yep.
main event is just a special. It's not a
Yes.
PLE.
Not an official PLE.
But
But
we'll probably talk about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, we will
Yeah,
talk
we will
about
still
it.
talk about it, and also we were discussing it after the show. Like the Rumble is going to be hard to predict because you also got to factor in surprise returns.
Yeah,
Rey
so
Mysterio's winning it.
the Royal Rumble, how it's going to work, I think there's going to be 3 regular matches. Those are going to be normal predictions.
Mhm.
For the Rumble, we have to predict the winner.
Yup.
How
And
about
that
we
is how we
get
get a point.
3 choices?
Yeah, we can get up to 3 choices for winner.
Mm-hmm.
If one of those gets it, we get the point. But those are going to be very easy no pointers, I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. There's so many factors in the Rumble. I definitely see the Rumble being your best shot at taking this off me because dadgum, I did not think I'd get this far, but the Rumble is terrifying me now.
3-time defender.
Yeah,
Hold on.
but
Yeah, Bad Blood, Bash, Crown Jewel, and this card, yeah?
that is it. Hear from us.
No, not
Act-
Bash.
No, real quick. I forgot to do it for the others, but this makes sense for this one. MVP of the men's War Games match.
Jimmy. It will always be Jimmy.
I agree with Jimmy.
He was the one who basically kick-started this storyline for in-ring work, though? Because that's also why I gave Io stuff. For in-ring work, I'm going to give it to Jacob.
Mm-hmm. He's my other pick.
Yeah.
But that is it. Hear from us at Disqualified. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell 3 times so you know the match is over. This has been Caleb, along with Gordon, Trevin, Zach behind the camera as always. Thank you for your time, and thanks for watching. Peace.
Bye!